What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the video, and I hope everyone had an amazing day. If you're new to my channel, I'm Shy. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And we're back with Once Entertainment, Two Disturbing, Horror Animated, Omegle, and Peeping Tom. So sit back, relax, let's watch.
Y'all remember that thing, Omegle?
Omegle is.
I don't know if it's still as popular as it used to be.
It's pretty boring, and
there's just another version of it that people
weird.
use. But for those that don't know, it's a website that puts you in a completely random one-to-one chat room with people, either just text or with webcams too.
Because people mainly just skip,
when I was in my
and
final
just
year of high school,
don't say
my
nothing.
buddies thought it was like the greatest thing ever. After we talked 3 rando girls into flashing us one night.
That's like 80% of
So
the
as
time.
thirsty as it sounds, that's all we did for like a whole summer. Just chilling in one of our friends' mom's basements and just burning through different people all night. It got to the point where I'd go on Omegle sometimes when I got bored at home. Not to talk to girls as such, just to kind of mess around and see who was online. But I don't go anywhere near that site anymore. Not after seeing the most messed up thing of my life on there. Something that reminded me that the internet is still a pretty dark place sometimes. And that sometimes you can just happen across something seriously messed up, just on accident. So I have my webcam on, and I'm on a roll of just closing chat after chat. Everyone on that night was either a dude playing with themselves,
Ew.
a lonely weirdo, or someone legit mentally deficient, and I was just about to close that browser window out of sheer boredom when I see something that catches my eye. It's a girl, kneeling in a room lit solely with red lights. My first thought is that I might have gotten lucky, and that I was in for a little bit of a show. But then I saw the plastic sheet underneath her. Now, as crazy as it sounds, I had seen something like that before, when this older woman in a mask had a plastic sheet down and was urinating on whatever the stranger in the chat asked them to. Me and the guys had a good laugh at that one, but it was obvious that the idea was to make us laugh at that time, or some other strange interest. But what I ran into that night was most definitely not designed to be humorous. I'm still watching it, wondering who this girl is, why she isn't wearing a mask when she's basically completely uncovered. Whatever was about to happen though, she sort of seemed nervous about it, like she was visibly shaking and trying her best to hide her face, not that she was doing a good job of it. It seems really dumb in retrospect, like the whole thing was giving off the worst vibes, but my dumb horny brain has me still thinking that this is some kind of weird fetish, and for some reason, when this masked dude appears on screen, that just cemented it for me. Some kind of weird BDSM thing was about to go down, and I wasn't mad that I was going to be the rando person to get to watch it. The dude walks up to the girl and puts a black bag over her head. She squirms a little. But other than that, I think she's still just nervous. Or maybe she was acting like that as a show for the audience. I mean, heck, maybe the dude liked her to act like that. Who knows? People are weird.
You getting a kick out of this, huh?
The dude then disappears from view before reappearing with a cordless drill. He makes a show of this, having a finger on the tip of the drill like a magician would all. This is a real blade type thing.
Oh no.
And then walks around the back of the girl and grabs her by the head. Only then do I start to realize that this isn't quite what I thought it was, and that maybe, just maybe, I should close the freaking chat before I see something I end up regretting.
And you can't.
But there was something about the whole scene. Something about the way the guy was acting and how the girl didn't try to run away. It seemed like a setup. Like it was designed to freak someone out. Even the red lights were such.
You keep enjoying.
I remember reading about how old Italian horror movies would tactically use red lights on set to disguise how terrible their fake blood looked. Something about it meant I couldn't look away.
Do what you want, boy.
So, I was watching as this hulking, bare-chested dude grabs the girl by the head. She's tiny too, and the size difference means his hand is basically wrapped around her entire skull. He then fires the drill up twice to ensure it's working properly. And that's when the girl really starts to panic. It was also, coincidentally, the moment I started to panic too. Either this girl was doing a very good physical acting job, or her fear was real. And if her fear was real, it meant the whole thing was real too. She starts flailing and struggling so hard that the monster holding her had to lock a knee into the small of her back to keep her still. The way they fell, you could basically only see her head and her legs kicking behind them both. Like I said, I was almost certain the whole thing was fake, but the part that made me really doubt that was what happened to the girl's legs when the guy started to push the whirring, spinning drill into the back of her head. First of all, there was the noise. It was absolutely stomach-churning. The sound of what could easily have been metal on bone just grinding against each other.
Ooh.
But that could be faked, right? And there was this horrible mix of screaming and the drill's motor whirring, and the girl grunting as the pain started to hit. But again, could all be acting at the end of the day. What I'm almost certain you can't fake is the way this girl's legs started to spasm when the guy pinning her down started to really push that drill into her brain. They moved in a way that I don't think I've ever seen before, almost like people act in cartoons when they're being electrocuted. I got this sick feeling in my stomach and I immediately closed the chat window before I saw anything else. The whole thing left me really shaken.
Oh, what happened? I thought you liked that.
Everyone I've explained what I saw to says they think it was faked too. But then again, I'm almost certain that's because I feed them so much info on how it could have been fake, and not really on all the reasons why I think it could have been real. I think I actually just want people to tell me that. Tell me, stop freaking out. You fell for some elaborate prank that'll end up on the internet elsewhere. Because the alternative is just way too messed up for me to quantify. And a part of me still does think that I actually did watch a live snuff film that afternoon. I want to tell you guys that I later heard the cops found a body with a drill hole in the back of the head, or even that I read somewhere that it was just a prank, or even a weird kind of viral marketing campaign or something. But the truth of the matter is, I just don't know. I never heard anyone else talk about the kind of thing I saw on Omegle that day. And I didn't ever go on that site again, so I didn't give myself a chance to catch a repeat performance, so to speak. I just try and tell myself that what I saw wasn't real, and that it was just an elaborate show to scare random internet strangers. And that's what keeps the darker thoughts at bay when I'm reminded of it. And that's what helps me get to sleep at night.
Peeping Tom.
When this encounter happened, I was only 10 years old, and my older sister was 12. Our father passed away when we were very young, and to this day, our mother never remarried.
Leave the kids alone.
During our childhood, our mother would go out on dates with men that she had met, but they never would amount to anything more. One Friday night, she went out and left us at home. She would always leave right after we went to sleep. The doors stayed locked, but this time I guess it just slipped her mind on the way out. Anyways, the living room connected to the hall that the bedrooms were on. My room was the second bedroom down the hall, with my sister's being the third.
I don't mind.
In the middle of the night, I woke up to the sound of the door opening. I figured it was my mom coming in from her gate, so I rolled back over and tried to go back to sleep. A few minutes later, I hear the door shut again. And a few seconds after that, my sister comes into my room terrified. She told me that when she woke up, she saw a man standing in the doorway, staring at her. He was wearing a long black trench coat. He never said anything, and when he realized that she was staring back at him, he turned and walked out. I grabbed my baseball bat from my closet and walked out into the living room. The door was wide open. By this time, my sister had called my mom, and she had called the police. When the police arrived, they searched for fingerprints but found nothing. The scariest thing was that nothing was taken from the house. He came in, but didn't take anything. We stayed with our grandmother that night, and the following night. The next day, the police returned to look for more evidence. My mother did notice that one of our chairs was missing from the back patio. It was found in the woods behind our house, on the top of a little hill. this man had taken our chair, sat up there, and watched us. How long had he been doing that?
Oh, so he's gonna wait till your mom leaves
There had been
and he
2
get
other
his share.
similar break-ins in the neighborhood. He would come in and not take anything, and all the people were single mothers.
That's an intruder.
What would have happened to my mom if she had been home that night? A few weeks later, this hermit guy that lived down the road
the door would have
was
been
found
locked.
dead from an overdose. I don't know why, but my mom seemed to think that he was the one that was watching us. But there hasn't been any break-ins in the neighborhood since.
Yeah, he OD'd. That's his karma for breaking it in and just watching these innocent children sleep. You know, get some help. So thank you guys for watching this video. Tell me guys what you think about this channel, this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other channels that you love, and check out my t-shirt business in the description below as well. Till next time, you guys have the most awesome positive day. Till next time.